After his defeat in Australia, Jannik Sinner didn't hide. He didn't rush off the stage or brush aside the questions. Instead, he opened up about what the loss meant to him, and more importantly, what it could become. The match in question was his Australian Open semifinal against Novak Djokovic. A tight, high-level battle, the kind that swings on a few points, a few decisions, a few nerves. Sinner had his chances. He knows it. Everyone watching knew it. But Djokovic, as he has done so many times before in Melbourne, found a way through, and that's the part Sinner keeps coming back to. The defeat against Djokovic taught me many things, he said, not in a dramatic, headline-chasing way, just calmly. Honestly, he called it a great match for both of them. Admitted he had opportunities, admitted that sometimes things don't go as expected. That's sport. That's tennis at the highest level. What stood out wasn't frustration. It was perspective. Sinner explained that he and his team are now making small adjustments to his game. Not a full rebuild, not a panic reaction, adjustments. On-court changes that take time to feel natural. He said the feedback has been positive, but he also made something clear. Improvement isn't instant. You don't tweak a movement, a pattern, a decision-making habit, and suddenly it's automatic under pressure. It has to settle in. And he didn't limit it to technique. It's not just technical, he said. It's tactical and mental. That matters. Because against someone like Djokovic, the margins are mental as much as physical. Shot selection in the big moments, patience in long rallies, managing the emotional swings, believing you belong there when the pressure peaks. Sinner knows he belongs, but belonging and winning are different steps. He also made another important point. Losing is normal. Even losing a Grand Slam semifinal, even losing to Djokovic in Australia. There's a tendency in modern tennis discourse to turn every defeat into a crisis, especially when you're young and already carrying expectations. Sinner isn't buying into that. He called it a very good match. Hard to accept, yes, but not something to obsess over. Still, the noise around him hasn't exactly quieted down. In the weeks since Melbourne, the comparisons have started again, or maybe they never stopped. Carlos Alcaraz, explosive, charismatic, already a multiple Grand Slam champion, is often placed slightly ahead in the conversation. Some say he's more dynamic. Some say he has a higher ceiling. Some point out that he's younger and already achieved so much. That narrative has grown louder after Sinner's loss. Is Alcaraz better? Is he the true leader of the next generation? Is Sinner just a step behind when it matters most? These are easy debates for fans and commentators, harder realities for players who are still writing their stories. What's interesting is that Sinner hasn't responded to any of it directly. No defensiveness, no counter statements. His response has been work, adjustments, reflection, the kind he described after Australia. And now the timing couldn't be more intriguing. This week in Doha, both Sinner and Alcaraz are in the draw. The possibility is there they could meet in the final. A matchup that already feels like the future of men's tennis, even though both are very much part of the present. It wouldn't just be another ATP final, it would feel like a statement opportunity. For Sinner, Doha is more than a tournament. It's the first real chance to show what those small adjustments look like under match pressure, to demonstrate that the loss in Australia wasn't a setback, but a step. To prove, maybe not to the public, but to himself, that growth is happening. And if the final does line up the way fans hope, the storyline writes itself. Alcaraz, the benchmark many are pushing forward. Sinner, the one coming off a painful but instructive defeat. Two young stars, different styles, different personalities, similar ambitions. The irony is that Sinner doesn't seem interested in chasing narratives. He's focused on process, on accepting that improvement takes time, on understanding that even the best lose, sometimes in matches where they had real chances. The loss to Djokovic may not define his season. It may not even define his rivalry with the very top, but it has clearly marked a moment of transition, not a collapse, not a regression, a recalibration. He said they must not dwell on the problems just because of one semifinal loss to Novak Djokovic. That's a mature stance, especially in an era where every result is amplified instantly. Now the spotlight shifts to Doha. If Sinner and Alcaraz meet, it won't settle the who's better debate. Tennis doesn't work that way. One match never closes the argument, but it would offer a glimpse of where both stand, technically, tactically, mentally. And for Sinner, that might be the real point. Not proving people wrong, not silencing comparisons, but showing that a defeat in Australia didn't shake him, it sharpened him. Who do you think will win in Doha? I read you in the comments. And if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.